think I finally know you. I can see it in your smile. I think that I can show you that what we have is still worthwhile. Don't you know that love's just like a thread that keeps on unraveling, but then it ties us back together in the end. In your eyes, I could see my dreams, reflections in your eyes. Found the answers to my questions in your eyes. I could see the reasons why your love's alive in your eyes. We're drifting safely back to shore. I think I finally learned to love you more. In your eyes, I could see the reasons why our love's alive. In your eyes, we're drifting safely back to shore. I think I finally learned to love you more.
Edsel Sotiangco joining us this afternoon on Kababayan LA. That was wonderful. For those of you who are just tuning in, si Edsel po ang panauhin natin ngayong hapon sa Kababayan LA. For the whole show, he has been talking to us. We're trying to get to know him, and he's been singing for us. What's marvelous about this kid is he's only 14, and he sings all these, like, old songs, and he brings feelings into it. Now, Edsel, I know that you mentioned earlier that you don't like just, you know, people that are just singing about love stuff and all that, but that was a love song, and you did good justice to that. And it can only come from inside. What inspires you? Especially with love. I mean, you're only 14. I don't assume that you're already dating.
No.
Okay, so what inspires you?
Well, first of all, I think I'm a lot more versatile than other singers because they tend to stick to one style. But I sing from the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, up to the present from different genres like Broadway, classical, country, R&B, rock, and pop.
Do you dance too? Do you sing and dance?
I'm trying to.
What's difficult about dancing?
It's definitely, it takes more effort than singing in a different sense.
So when you want to perform and you just want to challenge yourself, where do you get that drive from? How do you motivate yourself?
Well, I don't know. It's just this mindset. When I get on stage, I'm totally consumed by the crowd, just being there because I know that they came to watch me. They spent money, so I'm definitely want to give them their money's worth.
How do you pick your own songs, or how much of that is your dad's choice, or how much of that is your mom's or your teacher's, Ed's?
My dad and I, we both put our own weight on the scale when it comes to that. I have some say in it, he has some say in it, and when we come to a conclusion.
What about at times when you don't agree, or at times when you know sometimes you're always together with a person, even if you without meaning to, you end up hurting each other's feelings? No, there are disagreements. How do you deal with that with your dad?
Well, sometimes yes, there are disagreements between everybody, but we try to tend to the crowd. Like depending on what type of crowd, like you don't want to sing like a rock song for an older crowd. Yeah,
that's in terms of music choices. But what about life in general? When you're always with your dad, there are disagreements. Sometimes he gets mad, perhaps. Sometimes you get mad. Sometimes, you know, you get on each other's nerves. How do you deal with that?
Well, we usually, we always come to a conclusion.
You talk?
Yeah, we always have discussions. We like to...
Does it ever get heated?
Sometimes it gets into it, but it's kind of also, it usually brings us closer because it lets us know the disagreement that we had, and it brings us to find a good conclusion to it.
Right, and it lets you get to know each other better. So what would you tell our viewers out there, some sons or daughters, you know, who maybe don't have that good of a relationship with their parents? What is your advice to them?
Well, What do you mean?
Just advice, like what would you tell people your age, kids your age, how to have a good relationship with their parents?
To have a good relationship with your parents, sometimes you have, even though it's very, very hard, you have to listen to them because they know what's best for you. They've been there. They've done that.
And you listen to your parents a lot. I know that your dad gives you a lot of good advice, and I know that you want to thank him. You want to thank your parents. You want to thank all those people who have supported you all through these years. Go ahead.
Well, I'd like to thank, that's a big speech. But everyone who's helped me to get to where I am today is definitely very special to me. They're a big part of my life, especially my dad. I'd like to thank God, too, for being for basically giving me
the talent that you have. And you're doing it justice because you're doing very well with it. You're working hard to hone your craft. Congratulations and more power to you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you for watching. I'm sure you were entertained. This has been Janelle Sawyer, Kababayan in Los Angeles with Edsel Sotiangco. I will see you again next time.